If you started out the day short, you were smiling. If you're still short, you're crying. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And what a wild day on Wall Street, as it looked like the markets were going to collapse. So at one time we had the Dow down 500, the NASDAQ futures was down over 200, the S&P was down over 60 points, the Russell was down almost 300, and here we are spinning out of the turn, charging like a great horse race, and now they're trying to charge to the finish line. I just finished doing Fox at the 3 o'clock hour, so I'm filming this right after the 3 o'clock hour, as I did yesterday, just ahead of the close. And what do you look for here? Well, again, the first thing I would say to you is simple. Okay, that was a great short covering rally. It wasn't a surprise. If you take a look at the charts, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell all went to double bottoms. So it is no surprise that they bounced. Now, where they go from here, I would not be surprised to see them close higher on the day. Okay, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them fall apart. I would lean more likely they're going to close higher in the day since they've made it back this far. That does not alleviate that we think they're going much lower, and you saw an example of that. But remember, we've been down 4 days in a row. You saw the big sell-off right to a support level, pow, you got a rally. And of course, what happens when the shorts get caught? They're like a bunch of rats crawling over each other. They keep paying up and paying up. And I think that's really more what you saw today. That was nothing more than that. The market conditions have not changed. I think we're in a lot of trouble. I still think that there's big issues here. I still think that we close lower on the year, but that doesn't mean that we can't have a spike rally and take the S&P up 100 points from here. Again, that's what you have to be careful of. And that's why if you're an investor, you should turn the machine off and not pay attention as long as you're investing with money that you have. And if you're a trader, then you get involved in these short-term moves. But you get a lot of wild swings back and forth, and that's the key. So you should have been looking to cover once they started to come off the bottom. And I don't say you cover them all. You could have stayed partially short. But when the S&P is down 63 points, you got to take some of that profit off the table. That's just the bottom line. So we saw oil get clobbered today, which we thought. Now, oil is now broken down through that key support. Look for 64. I think oil is now 64 to 67. Gold had a rally right up to 1240, amazingly so, and failed. I wrote that this morning for Kitco, thought that it might fail at that 1240 level, and sure enough, it didn't. Again, we still are looking to buy, and now I'd be probably looking at 1230 to step into gold. I think gold does go up through the upside here. The grain markets, they were kind of soft all day, but they caught a bid late in the day. Although beans closed a little bit lower, they did catch a bid. They looked like they're getting ready to take off to the upside here, especially if the equity market selling continues. I think that money flows in. Cattle was a little bit mixed, a little bit down to flat. Hogs, once again, are back up. They're over our 54 buy level. They're now, the last I looked, they were 55 and change. So we're looking really good there. The Bitcoin continues to churn. Love it. Great trade. Again, the longer markets can consolidate and stay in a range, the bigger the move is going to be. It doesn't have to be up, but in this case, we do think it's up. Bonds were soaring this morning. The flight to quality sold off late in the day, still up on the day, but gave up about a full point from their actual highs. And again, these are the things you watch. You watch the VIX. The VIX spiked early, started to fade. That was the first sign. I texted it out this morning that I would not be surprised if there was a rally, and here it is. So when you're looking at markets, okay, you got to feel the market. You got to pretend like this is a game. You want to look at it like you're playing a poker game. What's the other side doing? What are they holding? And what does it look like? And that's really gives you the best opportunity to be successful when you're watching the markets, because the markets are basically a mathematical game, very much like bridge, gin, backgammon, and poker. In the meantime, I think we see some more selling. I'd love to see a gap up tomorrow morning higher, in which I could then sell into that, because that would complete this last cycle here, and the oversold conditions have now been relieved, and now we should get to a position of possibly overbought, which would be a great spot to sell them. That's the way I see it. Look for a potentially higher close, which would be amazing in its own, but it wouldn't be surprising. This is Todd Bubba Horwitz. This is Bubba's Daily Update. Remember, if you want a copy of that webinar I did on hedging on Saturday, I'll be happy to email it to you. Just send me an email at bubba@bubbatrading.com. And if you'd like to help us with our high school investing program, and I hope you do, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And of course, the Bubba Show, 4 to 5 live at LibertyTalk.fm, 4 to 5 Eastern. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much. This is Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see you tomorrow.